In the early morning hours of May 8, 2021, two deputies from the Monroe County Sheriff's Office in Michigan were on routine patrol. The quiet morning was abruptly interrupted when the deputies, sitting at a Pilot gas station, heard a single gunshot pierce the silence. Without hesitation, both deputies sprang into action, responding to a nearby mobile home park. While approaching, the deputies found a victim laying in the middle of the road, as well as two subjects walking towards them, which was captured on the following body cam.
47, tell him Save, step it up.
Turn around. You lift your fingers on top of your head. Get down on your knees.
Okay, we've got him
Lay down
in
your
round
knees.
31.
Put your hands out to your sides. Palms up.
Is he going to be in front of 6 John Driver?
Stop. Turn around. On your knees. Lay down on your stomach.
Sorry, say that again.
Hands down to your side. Don't move.
Is he going to be in front of the address of 6 John Drive?
Negative, he's at the front of the park here. We got two at gunpoint on the ground. Hold there, we got other guys coming. No, stay right there, don't move until we got another car coming.
Stay back.
All units ready, traffic, all orders, switch lanes.
Alright, we're gonna approach. You get him in handcuffs first. I got your. Where's your gun? Don't move, but where's your gun at?
My gun is on my porch, officer.
Okay.
She is innocent.
154 Central, we have GSW for the head. He's breathing, not conscious.
I don't know who this guy is up here. I don't know who they are.
30 is out.
Okay.
Clear video.
Okay. Just relax. Just relax.
White male, mid-20s.
That's fine. Just for right now, until I figure out what's going on, okay? Yep.
He wouldn't stop provoking me and he hit me, man. Just chill, we'll figure it out. Alright, go and stand up. You ready?
Grab his stuff right here. Put it in just, I don't care what we do with it. Milton Drive. Not yet. He says guns on the porch over there. Yeah. No one else is in that house?
Not that I know of, no.
Who's your buddy here? What's his name?
His name's Brian.
Brian what?
Jaeger.
Brian who?
Jaeger.
We're still not working to the residents.
Just gotta check, make sure, okay?
I promise I'm not trying to hurt you or anything.
You're good. Just gotta check. Alright, looking good. He attacked
14,
me.
15, we're gonna have one female to gang.
Clear one female to same.
Alright, shut the door on him.
54, do we have an ETA fire rescue?
I was drinking earlier today, but that was before I went to work.
What kind of gun is it?
It's a Glock 19, it's Gen 3, it's all legal. I have all the paperwork in my wallet
Okay.
for it.
What? Okay. What's your name?
My name is
Less than 5 should be less than
Austin Green?
Actually 3.
I got his ID right here.
Alright, hang tight, Austin, okay? Are you hurt or anything?
He's got some blood in his mouth.
I'm fine. Just
Okay.
make sure she's okay.
Okay.
While securing the scene and taking initial statements from witnesses, EMS transported the victim, later identified as Michael Tripp, to a nearby hospital in critical condition. A witness provided a detailed account stating he saw Michael running towards the entrance of the mobile home park, pursued by a woman identified as Riley Young. Trailing behind both of them was another male subject, identified as Austin Green Jordan. The witness described how Riley caught up to Michael and began assaulting him, punching him multiple times. As Austin approached, the situation escalated. He started arguing with Michael, which quickly developed into a physical confrontation. The witness then saw Austin point an object at Michael, heard a single gunshot, and saw Michael collapse to the ground. Both Austin and Riley were promptly taken into custody and brought to the police station for further questioning. The investigation required careful coordination, So 2 different detectives conducted interviews with Austin and Riley simultaneously in separate rooms. We will begin by showing you the interview with Austin.
So Austin, again, my name is Jeff Hooper. I'm a detective with the Sheriff's Office. This is Detective Blair. Okay. I'd like to sit down with you and talk to you about what transpired tonight. Okay. Because there's 2 sides to every story, and I want to get your side of the story. Okay. Fair enough?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Before we get started, though, I just want to get a little basic information from you. How do you spell your first name?
Austin, A-U-S-T-I-N.
Middle name?
C-O-R-Y-J-O-R-D-A-N-Green.
Just Green?
Yes, sir.
No E?
No, sir.
Date of birth? And that's to the phone that was found on your person?
Yes, sir. That is my cell phone. Right. That is my personal cell phone. Yes.
Okay. The iPhone out there? Okay. Right. Now, Austin, based on the circumstances here, obviously, you got put in handcuffs and everything like that. There's certain rules that I have to follow. And in order to talk to you, okay, I have to read you your Miranda rights.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Those are the rules that I have to follow. Right. And I follow the rules. I don't break the rules. Okay. But the only thing that I ask is that you be honest with me. Okay.
Yes,
This is a two-way street here, because you know what, you're going to have questions. I'm going to have questions. Okay. And so it works by both of us talking together.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm going to go over these first. All right. Advise that you understand after each one. Okay. You have the right to remain silent. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him present with you while you're being questioned. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you read?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you want to read over that and acknowledge that I went over those with you, and then signature there, and then I'll sign underneath where you're at. Okay. So I'd like you to start with, basically, who do you live with that?
Me, it's my house. It's me and my kids, and it was my baby mama at the time.
Okay, how old are your kids?
My kids,
Yeah.
they are at my mom's right now. I dropped them off before I went to work.
Okay. Where do you work at? How long you work there?
Almost 6 months now, maybe a little bit longer than that.
What do you do?
I just stack boxes all day.
Okay.
Just pull them off a line, put them on a pallet, wrap it up, and send it out the building.
Okay. What time do you work till?
5 p.m. to 2:30 to 3 a.m. sometimes in the morning.
5 p.m. to 2 to 2:30 a.m. Okay. Why don't you give me a rundown of yesterday? Start yesterday. In the morning, and how I like to, have people do it is, it's easier to remember, like when you first got up in the morning, what you did, and just go about your day. All right, up until we're here right now.
Well, I woke up, I started cleaning my house. My baby mama came over, dropped the kids off. We talked for a little bit, and then she ended up leaving.
What's her name?
Riley Young.
Riley Young?
Yes, that's my baby mama.
Okay.
My girlfriend for 3 years. She's not just my baby mama.
Okay.
She came over, dropped the kids off to me because she said she wanted to go to sleep because she didn't feel good. So I was like, okay. So she dropped the kids off. I had my mom come pick them up from my house so I could proceed to go to work for the night. My mom came and got them. I got ready for work. I went to work, and everything was kosher. And probably come around 9:30, 10 o'clock, right about the time I was gonna go on break, Riley messaged me and she was like, hey, I wanna come over when you come on break so we can talk things out. I wanna come home, I wanna work this back out. I want my family back together. I was like, okay, I'm gonna stop at Taco Bell, give me something to eat because I'm hungry. And that was that. I got off probably about 2:31 is when I clocked out. And from there, I took the Dixie Highway exit to 75, took 75 to Netto, went to the Taco Bell on Netto Road, got my food. I actually fell asleep sitting down waiting for my food. I was so tired. And then I went home. I ate my 5-layer, my quesarito, got halfway through my contract, and then my front window gets smashed in. And I see Michael standing there yelling at me and Riley calling Riley all types of names and whatnot.
So, who's Michael?
Michael was my best friend for 5 years.
Okay, so Michael's your best friend for 5 years. And then it's you and Riley. Is there anybody else there with you guys?
As of right now, my buddy Brian, he's there on and off just to help with my dogs and stuff when I'm not there. Because like I said, me and my baby mom, we're going through a rough time in our relationship.
What's Brian's last name? Do you know?
Jaeger.
Okay. So it's you, Riley, Brian. Window gets broken out.
Yeah, we're all sitting there. No, it's at my house.
Yeah.
And we're all sitting there on my couch, and he smashes my window out. My first instinct is to grab my gun.
Okay.
And I grabbed my gun. I walked outside, and I begged him to leave. I told him I did not want to fight him. I told him I wasn't going to do this at my house because this is where my kids stay. Honest to God, officer, if Riley wouldn't have came over that night, I would have had my kids there in the living room, and he would have done that with my kids, and it would have been even worse. And I begged him to leave. She begged him to leave. Brian begged him to leave, but he would not stop. He just kept going and kept running his mouth and kept popping off at the lid. And then he said something along the lines of, I'm just going to burn the fucking trailer down with you and your kids in it. And Riley got mad like any other mom would and started chasing him down the street. So I started chasing her down the street. I go to grab her. He hits her. He hits me. And next thing I know, he's on the ground. I get death as much as I hate him. I loved him to death. I did not mean to do it. I just wanted him to stop. He wouldn't stop. I was just trying to go home and go to bed so I could get my kids. He just kept going. He kept screaming. He just wouldn't stop, man. He was like an animal just got released out of a cage, and he was just going for everybody's head. It's like something inside of him switched, because when it first happened, he wouldn't fight me. He wouldn't get out the car. He wouldn't say a word to me. And then he comes over last night acting like, honestly, like he was on some type of fucking drugs or something. I've known him for 5 years and I've never seen him act like that. And he just kept going and kept going and kept going. Now I'm here.
Okay. So you said that the window got broke, and you said the first thing you did was grab your gun.
Yes.
Okay. What type of gun was it?
It's a Glock 19 Gen 3.
Okay.
30-round clip. It's legal. It's all in my name.
Okay. Where was that at inside the trailer?
It was sitting on my little TV table right next to my couch.
Okay. So it's sitting on a table or on your couch, near your couch. Okay. Hear that? You grab the gun. You go to the door. What are Riley and Brian doing at this time?
At this time, they're still stuck trying to figure out what happened because he's just standing there yelling.
Okay, so basically, I saw the trailer. So he's like yelling in through the open window.
Yes.
And so then you go to the door.
I go to the door and I try to get him to leave because, like I said, it was 3 o'clock in the morning. I have neighbors who have kids too, man. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to fight him. I didn't.
So let me. So you're standing in the doorway in your house?
Yes.
Okay, like just shouting through the screen.
Yes.
And where's he at?
He was down by the foot of my porch.
Okay, so he's down on the concrete, all right, and you two are shouting back and forth.
Yes, he got into my face multiple times, and I begged him to please go.
So you're telling him you need to leave.
Yes.
You need to leave.
I did.
Now, is the gun in your hand? Is it in your waistband?
The gun was up in my hand. I don't have my CPL, so I don't hide it. Everybody knows that.
Okay. So, did he know that you had a gun?
Yes.
What did he say about that?
He told me to shoot him. He told me put a bullet in his fucking head.
Okay.
I told him I didn't want to do that. I told him I didn't want to multiple times.
Okay. And so then, when he's outside, let me take you back a little bit. So you said you and Michael have been friends for 5 years. You're best friends.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, does Michael own any guns?
No.
No? Okay. Does Brian own any guns?
No.
Riley?
No.
But you have 3.
Yes.
Okay, you got the Ruger.
Yes, I have a Ruger, a Barricade BMR9, which is a AR-15 type style pistol rifle, and then I have my Glock 19.
Okay. All right. So Michael shows up. He is jawing with you, telling you to put a bullet in his head. Why all this anger? I mean, if you guys were friends.
Okay, well, it wasn't even him. My baby mama has a problem with drugs and a past with drugs, and she ended up relapsing and going and sleeping with him, and
Like you say, sleep, like having sex.
yeah.
Okay.
And as any guy would be, I was heated. I was beyond pissed, but I didn't take it anything further than that because I have my kids, and I know that if I were to fuck up, they wouldn't have me in there. I am the only stability that they have in their life.
So Riley relapsed. What drugs does she use?
I can't tell you exactly because I don't know. I wasn't there. I wasn't around when she did it. So it's just kind of hearsay, I guess, in that sense. But she came home and she was supposed to be over at her mom's, who only lives like 2 streets down from me. And I guess Michael either walked or had someone bring him. He showed up to her mom's house and he didn't answer.
When was this?
It had to have been last night before he showed up at my house.
Okay.
Because there was no other place that she would have gone. And he only lives in Frenchtown Villa, so I guarantee you he either walked there or we got a ride there. But I don't know exactly how he got there. All I know is that I begged him to stop and I begged him to leave. I told him I didn't want to fight him. I told him I didn't want any problems. I told him I just wanted him to go away and drop the situation because it wasn't worth any of this.
So Austin, you said you don't have a CPL?
No, sir.
Okay.
I do have my licenses for all my pistols, though.
Okay. All right. How long have you had those?
About 2.5 months.
2.5 months. You shot them frequently?
Yeah, I take them up to towers out in Toledo, work on my aim out there.
Okay.
I'm not like one of these kids out here just flashing all their guns and shit like that. I got it for protection because all the shootings that happened in downtown Monroe.
Mm-hmm.
I know how people in this town are. I've lived in this town my entire life, and it seems like everybody's just getting stupider and stupider.
Mm-hmm.
So I got it for my own personal protection for my family, because I'm not gonna go out I'm not just gonna go out like a bitch. And I'm sorry, I'm not. But I'm not gonna let my family's life be in jeopardy. Somebody else has a gun and I don't, I wasn't pointing the gun in his face. I wasn't waving it at him, making it known that I had it. I walked outside with it and I asked him to leave, and that was it. And he kept going and he kept going and he kept going. I wasn't sitting here saying, oh, I'm gonna fucking shoot you and da 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 da. I wasn't. I was asking him to leave my premises. I was asking him to drop the situation and leave, and he would not.
But at some point, he does leave.
Yes. So he walked off, and then Riley chased after him.
Why is she chasing after him?
Because he said he was going to burn down the trailer with my kids in it.
Okay. Did you call 911?
Right after I did it, yeah.
Okay.
Right after that was my first reaction, dude. I pulled the trigger and I grabbed my phone and I called 911 and nobody answered. So I called my mom and I told her that I'm sorry, and then The bigger cop who was across the street was the first one there. I put my Glock on my porch and I walked to him with my hands up and I got down on the ground and I complied as I could. Because I'm not trying to go to jail, man. I'm trying to go home to my kids. I really am.
So, Kayla, I'm sorry, her name's slipping me. Riley. I'm sorry. Thank you. So Riley ends up chasing after him. Does she have anything? I mean, did she have a gun?
No. I don't let anybody touch my stuff.
Okay.
Like, I am so anal about my guns because, you know, anything can happen. Guns are not toys. Accidents can happen. Guns can go off. My Glock doesn't have a safety, and I have kids. So, like, I take care of my stuff. I keep it put up. I keep it safe where it needs to be. When I'm not using it, it's put up, and, you know, it's put up.
Well, you know, they don't accidentally go off. There has to, you know, be some sort of manipulation of the firearm to make it go off.
I just know that accidents do happen, so I tried my best to prevent that from happening by keeping them put up
and not pointing them at anybody, right?
Yeah.
I mean, because you don't want an accident to happen.
Yeah, no, I don't. Like,
and that's the number one rule of gun safety, you know? Always keep the gun pointed in a safe direction.
If you see the inside of my house, man, it looks like I own a daycare. I'm not a killer. I'm not violent, man. I'm a family man. I got 2 babies that I want to watch grow up.
All right, so Riley's chasing after him down the street. And you go after Riley. Is there some sort of interaction down there? What transpires?
All I know is that I went to go grab her, and then he started swinging. That's all I know.
Okay. Was she trying to assault him?
I don't know. Riley has a temper and likes to do that type of stuff. That's why I went down there to grab her to stop that from happening. And as soon as my hands touched her, he started swinging.
Okay.
There wasn't any hesitation. There wasn't any second guess. As soon as I grabbed her, he hit her and then he hit me.
Okay. So he hit you. What? I mean, are you guys standing close?
Yeah, like we were probably about this far away from each other. I went to go grab Riley. I turned my head. She says, "Ow," and then the next thing I know, I can't feel my face, dude.
Okay.
Like, he literally socked me as hard as he could in the fucking face. I was seeing stars, officer.
Okay.
Like,
So he punches you in the face.
Yes, he hit me first. He broke through my window. He assaulted me.
Okay, so he hits you in the face, and then at this point you said that you had the gun in your hand?
Yes.
And what do you do from there? So you raised the gun up? How close were you? From me to you away? After he struck you once in the face with his fist.
Yeah, he hit me. I stumbled back, regained my consciousness as much as I could.
Did he say anything?
No. He didn't. It wasn't him. It was something else, man. He wasn't. I've known him for 5 years. I've never seen him like that, man. It scared me. I'm not gonna lie. I was scared for my life, dude, because he wouldn't stop.
Okay. So, when you go down there, you're trying to break him and Riley up.
Yes, I was trying to de-escalate the situation as much as I could.
Okay. And so then he stacks you once. Also, you seem like a gentleman who's been, around the block a little bit. Have you ever been in trouble before?
No,
I mean, been in minor little scrapes before?
I've been in fights, but nothing like this. No, this is something completely different.
Yeah.
Man.
And so, in those previous fights,
I wasn't scared for my life, officer. I wasn't scared for me and somebody else's well-being at the time. When I was in school, those were just school fights. I was legitimately scared for me and Riley's life because he looked like he was ready to kill both of us.
Okay. And so, but he didn't have any weapons on him though, right? No?
Not that I know of, anyways.
Okay. Now, from gathering statements from people, I understand that, you know, I've heard that Riley and him had a sexual relationship recently, and that kind of put a rift between you and him and you and Riley.
Yes, but I wasn't taking it any farther than that.
Okay.
I was worried about my kids.
And you know, I'm trying to get like the whole story here, Austin, and I hope you understand that.
I do. I'm trying to be as
so,
good as I can.
you know, I know, you know, a lot of people your age are on social media and stuff like that. Did he make any threats beforehand that, you know, I'm gonna beat your ass, I'm gonna show up at your house? No? Anything like that? When was the last time you communicated with him prior to?
The day everything happened, I told him that since he didn't want to fight me, all of his new girlfriend's shit was outside my house. He could come pick it up, and he could never speak to me again. And that was the last thing I said to him. And so
When was that?
That was about 2 weeks ago.
Okay. You said he didn't want to fight you.
No, he was sitting in Riley's car. He wouldn't get out of her car. He wouldn't do anything. He just sat there.
Which car is Riley's?
The Mustang.
Mustang? And then the Honda's yours?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the Honda's yours, Mustang's Riley's. So he's sitting in Riley's car. And, I mean, this is right after the fact that
I found out she was sleeping with him, yes.
Okay, so, I mean, at that point, 2 weeks ago, you basically call him out and say, hey, let's do this.
If you're man enough to screw somebody, you screw somebody's girlfriend, you call your brother, you should be man enough to throw the ones. I've been raised like that my entire life, man.
And that was the last time you saw him?
Yeah, that was the last time I saw him. That was the last time.
There was no communication between?
No, sir.
What about between him and Riley?
They talked all the time. From what I know, they were together. But as of last night, she told me she was done with him. She told me she blocked him on everything. And
what's everything? I mean, there's so many social media platforms out there.
Either Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok. I don't know, man. She has so many things on her phone.
Yeah. All right. So. And you didn't communicate with them?
No, sir.
Via text message, phone calls?
No, sir.
Anything along those lines?
No, sir. I got ties because my family was more important. I wasn't going to sit here and work myself up over it.
2 weeks ago, I mean, roundabout, when was that? I mean, you said it was it in the evening time? Did the police get called or anything like that? I mean, for a disturbance? Or?
No, the police didn't get called. Me and Riley fight a lot. We've both been through a lot of stuff in our lives. We're both really hard-headed. So, like, when we butt heads, but we've always come back together harder and stronger than we did before. So, my neighbors don't really call the cops, and then her mom was there, and my kids were there, and you know, it was just, my mom was there. There was a lot of people there just trying to de-escalate the situation because everything was crazy. She was trying to get her shit. I was throwing her shit. It was all wild.
And then where'd she go from there?
From there, she went to her mother's, or her grandmother's out in Flat Rock.
Okay. Now, did she stay with this Michael for?
That I couldn't tell you.
But he was there that day during the argument when the rest of the family was there and stuff like that. Okay. Has Michael ever been in trouble before?
I couldn't tell you.
What
I know
about Riley?
Riley, I know she had trouble in her past, but since she's been with me, she's been doing good. I've kept her on the straight and narrow, done everything I could to help her. though. Before he moved up here, I don't know what he did down there.
Okay. Where did he move up here from?
I think Florida.
Right. And you guys have been friends, you said 5 years?
He was the first one to hold my daughter.
Yeah.
We lived under the same roommate out in French Villa. He did the roof on our roommate's house.
Okay.
And then after I moved out, I got my own place. And you know, me and him, we were friends. I loved him like a brother, man. I fed him, clothed him, got him a job. Anytime he needed anything, I let him do it. He needed to come over to my house, take a shower, I let him do it. He needed some of my clothes to wear, I let him wear them. I got nothing for love. Nothing but love for him. That's why I was trying to de-escalate the situation.
And now you said Riley's a little hot-headed.
Yes.
And so, was she not trying to de-escalate the situation?
No, I was just trying to get her to go home. But you know how a mom gets when somebody threatens their kids, they're gonna do what they can to protect them. I was just trying to grab her away, and then I touched her, and the next thing I know, I'm seeing stars.
Alright, so he punches you, and then step back a few steps, raise the gun and shoot him. And then you call 911
Yes, sir.
from that cell phone out there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but you didn't talk to anybody?
Nobody answered. Like, literally, I called, I waited for it to ring, and then I seen a patrol car coming out of the gas station pulling into my trailer park. So I proceeded to put my gun down, put my arms up, and walk towards the officer and explain to the officer that I am not armed. I am fully in compliance with anything you guys need to say and or do to me. I will not fight you. I'm not trying to get shot, man. I don't want to get shot by a cop because of a misunderstanding. So I did what I thought was right.
Okay. Do you need more water?
Please.
Okay. I'm gonna get you some more water. I gotta check a few things. Some of my partners have come in with some new information. Okay. And so I gotta check into that real quick. All right. I'll be back here.
Can I ask you something, man?
Give me 1 second. All right. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna get this water. All right, Austin. So some of my partners just got back from over there, and they were collecting different evidence of video and stuff like that. So, but coming back a little bit, the phone that you had on you, you called 911 on?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And did it dial?
I'm pretty sure it did. Yeah, my phone works.
Okay. Okay. Can I get the passcode to that so that I can verify the 911 call, if you don't mind? All right. So, like I said, some of my partners just got back, and there's video surveillance at a few of those trailers right along that parkway. Were you aware of that? Okay. Specifically, there's a video surveillance system right in front where you guys were at, and your neighbor also has video surveillance. All right. And so, before we get into the video surveillance, do you know how Michael broke the window? Did a rock punched it? It didn't seem like very thick glass to where basically if somebody goes like that, it might break.
I don't know.
Okay.
I was literally taking a bite of my food, and I looked up.
That's what it looked like. Right, so in watching the video surveillance, some of this video surveillance has audio with it too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I'm watching this video surveillance, and the things that you're telling me, a lot of it adds up, right? But there are a few things that aren't. Okay. like Michael was leaving.
I didn't know he was leaving.
Michael was walking away
He
from.
was walking in the direction of Riley's mom's house where her little brother was.
So he's walking away and passes that area, and Riley chases him down. Okay. Right. So Riley's chasing him down, and she starts swinging on him something fierce, and she's going to town. All right. And at this point, I see you coming up. Okay. You got the gun in your hand. All right. But he's backed up against the car. He can't go anywhere.
He was in the middle of the street, officer.
At that point, or at a little bit later point. But he's backing up. All right. And then, all right, you know, she breaks away a little bit. And you come toe to toe with him. And you guys are in the middle of the street, not by the car, in the middle of the street. You guys are toe to toe. Almost like chest bumping. Squawking at each other.
Yeah, we were yelling at each other, but I wasn't getting in his face. I was trying to get Riley to leave him alone and go home, man.
All right. And I'm going off of,
I know.
you know what I'm saying? And I'm interpreting. And like I said, you know, a lot of the stuff you're telling me adds up. But when I see stuff like that, I have to interpret it a different way. And so, I mean, you guys come toe to toe and you're squawking at each other. All right. And, you know, he takes a pop at you. All right. And then raise the gun up. Boom. Right in the head, right in the face. All right. And see, here's what I'm thinking. Just, you know, watching that video, Austin, okay, here's the thing, right? At that point, okay, why did you decide to use your firearm?
It just didn't register at the time. I was scared and I acted.
I mean, because you told me that you've been in fights before, okay? And here's the thing: we've all been in fights before, okay? You know, Detective Blair, myself, we've all been in fist fights before, right? But at this point, right? You know, it rose to a level of where you introduced a firearm to, you know, a basic fight. And let me hear me out, because I have seen this quite a bit. I've sat down with quite a few people, you know, been in your situation. I talked to them, right? And I know that there are good people out there, and you seem like a good family man.
I just want to go home to my kids, officer.
Right? And I think at that point there was a level that had risen up in you, okay, that you just wanted this to stop. You just, you know what, Michael, you know what, he had sex with your girlfriend.
I did to kill him, man. I did.
And you just wanted him to stop and be out of your life. Right?
I didn't mean to kill him. I did it.
But when you raise a gun up, you said you know gun safety, right?
Yeah, I do.
And so you can agree with me that, I mean, by you in Riley chasing down the street after him as he's trying to flee, all right, that's right at that point. There's no threat to you or Riley or your family or your home. There's no threat at that point. There's no immediate and imminent threat there. And so there's only one thing that I can think of, is that it's just in you've been dealing with this asshole for 2 weeks, right? He slept with your wife, and now he's coming back around to, you know, bother you and your wife. Just want it to be, listen, be done with it, right? It's just something in that momentary 1 second, because afterwards you stand over him, look at him several seconds. Did you say anything?
Oh, I didn't know what to do.
And then you slowly walk away.
I went to go call 911.
Okay. And so I'm just saying what we got, what we see in the video, and I'm trying to enhance the audio right now.
It looks like I'm a killer. I know what it looks like.
But here's the thing, Austin. All right. You know, why didn't you leave the gun at home? Did you want to scare him?
That was my main thing. Yeah, I just wanted him to go. I wanted him to stop. I wanted Riley to stop. I don't have my guns to hurt people. I got them to protect and keep shit away from my family. That's it. I'm not a killer, dude. I'm not. I'm a family man. I got 2 kids. God, I fucked up. I'm sorry, kid. I'm going to jail, aren't I? Be honest with you, I'm going to jail, aren't I?
Yes.
Is there anything I can do? How long am I going to go to jail? How much of my kid's life am I going to miss?
That's not for us to determine, okay? We are the gatherer of the facts and the evidence. That's what we do, okay? Detective Blair, myself, my partners, we gather evidence and then we give it to the prosecutor and they look at the case and they decide, you know, whether charges are appropriate or not, okay? And so that's why, you know, this isn't like, you didn't lure him over there, did you?
No.
You didn't call him, you didn't have, you know, so you didn't lure him over there.
No, dude, I literally got off work and went home.
He just showed up.
Yes.
All right. And what I'm taking from it is, you know, I take everything and I put it into one basket and I analyze it. And I'm going through this, I'm looking, hey, listen, you're a good family man, okay? However, this guy had sex with your wife, right? You cut him off 2 weeks ago and then he shows back up. All right? You're still pissed at him, but you're just trying to chase him off.
Yes.
You're trying to chase him off.
Yes.
Okay? And then when he hits you, in that moment, it's just, this guy has been a problem, right? And not even thinking about it. It's just a reaction. Boom. I mean, is that honest and fair to say?
Yeah.
Because, I mean,
it was not my intention to cause him any harm.
But you didn't lure him there. But in that minute or in that second, right there after he hits you, okay, I get it. I get pissed. I get pissed when, you know, somebody hits me. All right, I get it.
It's not even that he just hit you or that he came over and broke your window, but this is your best friend for 5 years. You say brother.
Yeah.
This is a betrayal beyond any comparison. That he would do this to you. That he would sleep with your girlfriend.
I wasn't even worried about that.
No, but it's still,
yes,
it would stick in your craw, right?
It was an underlying factor and it has been, but it wasn't something that I was willing to act on because I wanted my kids. Riley told me if I touched him, if I did anything, that I would go about losing my kids, and I wasn't going to do that. So I stood my ground, took that shit to the chin like a man, and held my shit for 2 weeks. I didn't say shit. I didn't talk to him. I didn't do nothing. I had zero interaction with him.
And that's good. Like my partner said, you didn't lure him in, but those emotions, they bottled up, and they fester. And I don't blame you one bit for being angry with him. And you chose not to do anything. But I think that just cork popped on that bottle and it came up. Kind of bullheaded, hot-headed yourself, and so sometimes our emotions get the best of us, and we make snap decisions based off of those emotions. Can we say that that's what happened here? A snap decision, not well thought out, and just a snap decision like that of anger, and this happened. You would agree with me there.
It was not premeditated in any way, shape, or form, no, sir.
But you let your anger get the best of you, like my partner said. Those bottled up actions, bottled up thoughts. Right?
Yes.
So, Austin, before we conclude here today, we have a search warrant to where we are going to collect your DNA, okay? And then also your clothing.
Okay.
Okay, but we'll do that down when we go to our intake area.
So I'm going to jail today?
You are going to jail today. All right, what's going to happen is we're going to author a report, and the report goes to the prosecutor. The prosecutor then will look at the report and decide what happens from there. Okay, so it's not us in a charging decision or anything like that, but we're just the fact finders. We take in all the evidence, we present it to somebody else, and they decide what happens.
I'm going to be sitting in jail all weekend.
I'm not sure. I can't tell you one way or the other because we have to give our investigation to somebody else.
Is there any way I can see my family before I go, or is that not applicable?
Let me go out and talk to my sergeant, and we'll get the swab for the DNA, okay? And then we'll be right back in, okay?
While Austin was being interviewed, a second detective simultaneously questioned his former girlfriend, Riley, who provided a somewhat different account of what transpired that early morning.
Is this your water here? Okay. All right. So obviously we've got some stuff we got to talk about. Everything that happened last night. Before we talk, because right now you are in custody, you're not free to leave. I do got to read you your rights before we can talk, okay? The common stuff that you see on TV. All right, so read along here with me. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him present with you while you are being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Okay, you understand those? Mm-hmm. You're going to hit your sign on that top line there for me, okay? Thank you.
Favorite type of pen?
Oh, these are the best ones. I try to, every time I see them at the office, I try to snag on them before somebody takes them off.
Oh, yeah.
Before, I want to make sure I got your full name right. So it's Riley, R-I-L-E-Y,
Yep.
And your middle name?
Morgan.
M-O-R-G-A-N?
Yes, sir.
And your last?
Y-O-U-N-G.
Young. Birthday? Okay. Tell me what's going on.
So Austin and my kid's dad. I broke up with Austin 2 weeks ago and got with Michael.
How old's your kid? With Austin. Okay. And how long have you with Austin?
being stupid, and I broke up with him 2 weeks ago. And I got with Michael.
I just want to get all the relationship figured out, and then we can go into everything that happened. So you guys broke up 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Did you know Michael before, or did you actually meet?
He was Austin's best friend.
Okay. So after, were you guys talking pre-breakup, or was it after breakup that the relationship started?
Breakup.
Were you just talking to, hooking up with, dating? Oh,
Pretty much hooked
the-
up with
okay.
him. Post a few pictures of us on Facebook, and then I was like,
So talking, or
yeah.
pre,
Something
more
like
than hooking
that.
out, not quite
Yeah.
dating relationship.
Yeah.
I get it.
But, see, last night, earlier, I picked my little brother up from Dixie Skate Land around 10:30. And I dropped Michael off at home, and I got back. And I went and talked to Austin, and I came back, and I told Michael I didn't want to be with him anymore, and he showed up at my mom's house.
Okay, explain that a little bit more.
My mom lives 2 streets over, and I was watching my little brother for my mom, because she wasn't home.
Okay. So you were with Michael earlier, though?
Yeah, I was with him all morning. He stayed at my mom's with me the night before last night. I was with him all morning, and then I was like, hey, I need to think about some stuff. I want to drop you off at home. And I'll text you and I'll let you know what's going through my head. But right now, I need to think about my whole entire life. And so, I go and get my little brother from skating. I go and talk to Austin. I get back to my mom's to go check on my brother.
So you dropped him off somewhere?
Yeah, at my mom's.
Well, where you dropped Michael off?
I dropped him off at his grandma's.
Where's that at?
I forgot
Fresh
what.
Villa.
Yeah, yeah. He showed up at my house. I was like, dude, I told you I really didn't want you here. Do you want to go on a car ride? I don't want you freaking out around my little brother.
What's the time frame?
Between, I think, 11 is when he showed up back at my house. Like 11, and then I probably dropped him off again at 11:30. Because I was like, you just want to go on a car ride so you can calm down? Then I drove back to his grandma's house and looked at him, and I was like, yeah, I just want you to get out of my car.
Okay, so after you dropped your Michael off, you went and picked your brother up?
Yep.
You went back to mom's?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, you were at mom's? And that was about 11
11.
in the morning? Or at night?
At night.
11 at night?
Yeah.
Okay. And then Michael shows back up?
Yeah. So, I was like, you want to get back in the car with me? We'll go on a drive. We'll figure this out.
What's he saying when he shows up there?
Just crying.
Wants to be with you?
Yeah.
Alcohol related, drugs, or just in love?
Wow. He's in love, I guess. I don't.
Okay.
Probably my brain. I don't love it so that quick. But I dropped him off back at his grandma's. I texted him for a little while, and then I told him probably around 2:15 in the morning that I didn't want to be with him anymore. And he said, that's it, I'm walking to your house. I said, no, you're not. I'm going to go talk to Austin. I'd rather you not come over. I don't want to deal with that. No one wants to deal with it right now, and I blocked him on everything.
Where'd you text him at? Facebook?
Snapchat.
You
Snapchat, Facebook, text.
Something? Okay.
All I said a little bit to leave me alone on all different apps. So
you texted him at 2:15, say...
I told him I didn't want to be with him. He was like, well, that's fine. I'm walking to your house. You're going to be with me. And I was like, dude, you're not walking to my house, for one. You're not even going to be there. I'm going to Austin's. I don't want to be with you. Please don't make it any worse than it has to be. And I blocked him and I went to Austin's.
Did you block him on everything? You did?
His phone number, Facebook, Snapchat.
Okay.
And then we're sitting at Austin's.
Who's at Austin's?
Me, Austin, Brian, and my dog. So I was sitting on the love seat with Austin, and he was eating Taco Bell. I was talking to him. Brian was sitting on the big couch, and all of a sudden all you hear is crash. All of my front window got busted, and he's like, "What the fuck are you doing here?"
Michael said that?
Yeah.
So you hear a crash.
Yeah, I hear the window get broken, and you know, we all jump because who's breaking windows at 2:30 in the morning, and he's standing there, he's yelling and screaming.
What's he saying?
You're gonna come and talk to me, or I'm gonna catch this house on fire. And Austin walked outside, and he's always got his gun on his hip. He walked
I want to catch up here. So you hear the window crash.
Yes.
And he says, "What the f*** are you doing here?"
Yes.
And then
I just ignored him. I'm not good with drama or yelling or so I just ignored him.
And then he kept saying,
And he kept, I don't know exactly what he was saying, but he kept going and going and going. I know a few times I heard him look straight at Austin and say, "Kill me, motherfucker, kill me right now."
and this is while he's still
That's
outside
why
and you guys
he's
are
still outside, and
inside.
Austin and Brian are at the doorway of the house now. Because they got up when they first heard the glass, they stand up.
So what else is he screaming? If you remember any specific things, and you said he was saying a lot.
Put your gun down and let me beat your ass, Austin. I'm taking your girlfriend back. She's mine. She's not going anywhere. Countless times he said, "Put your gun down and fight me and let me beat your ass." Well, I about had a panic attack. And I walked in between Austin and Brian. I walked outside because I was getting claustrophobic, and my dog was jumping, and he was like in the open window staring at me, yelling at me. So
Wait,
I was.
Did he throw something through the window? Did he punch it?
That I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
Okay.
So like I didn't even have time to really, I didn't even look. I started freaking out. I went outside. I was gonna walk to my mom's. My mom lives 2 streets over from us, and it's an easy 4-minute walk.
Yeah.
So I was just gonna walk to my mom's. I start walking, he's arguing with me. Austin's walking behind us because I keep walking and he's threatening me while we're walking. If I don't stop,
So before we get to the walking away, do you guys go outside at one point and talk to him, or do you guys stay inside?
Austin and Brian were like on the porch, kind of with both doors, the screen door open, the big door open. They were like kind of half in and half outside.
And what are they saying? Are they?
They were just telling him to leave. And like, you know, he was like, "Come on, Austin, if you're really big and bad, just shoot me." He's like, "Dude, I'm not shooting you, just get off of my property." He goes, "If I wanted to shoot you, I would have shot you when you busted out my window. Just leave us alone."
Okay.
So that's about the time that I left, that I wanted to go. I was freaking the out. And I just wanted to go to my mom's and calm down and just not deal with any of the guys. So I go to walk, and Michael follows me.
So when he busts out the window, he's saying, "Put your gun down and fight me."
Put your gun down and fight me. Just shoot me, kill me, put a bullet in me already. I've been waiting my whole life to die. Just repeatedly.
And that's when
Austin
says, "If I wanted to shoot you, I'd just
I
shot
would
you
have
when
done
you
it
busted
when
out
you
my
first
window."
busted out my window. So that's when I was like, okay, I gotta go.
Yeah.
Just go to your mom. So as I'm walking, he saw me, he's trying to grab at my hoodie. I'm trying to pull away from him. Well, once we get to the entrance, he grabbed at my hoodie, and I turned around and I screamed, "Let me the f*** go." And then he's going on about, "If you don't get back with me, I'm gonna burn your kids' house down," which is Mine and Austin's house.
So you say you're going to walk back to Mom's and
Yes.
he follows you
Yes, and
towards
Austin
that.
follows him because he's following me. He grabbed onto my hoodie, and I was like, let the f go with me, and I got loud.
Did he only grab your hoodie once?
He grabbed my hoodie twice, like once while I was walking, and I just like jerked away from him and kept walking, and then he did it again. So I turned around and screamed at him, and like he went to swing.
Where at?
It was right up at the entrance area.
At the entrance, that's when he grabbed onto you. Okay.
Like right over a car. We actually like kind of almost fell over that car. That was.
Okay.
I don't even know what kind of car it was or what color it was, but I know it was a car.
Yeah.
We kind of almost fell over the car, and he went to swing on me, and I moved, and he like nearly just his hand kind of just like grazed my neck.
So what you yelled? What'd you yell?
I yelled, "Get the fuck off of me!" And when he swung on me, Austin grabbed him and he hit Austin. And when he hit Austin,
Did you get hit?
I kinda not really. His hand just kinda like went like this. It didn't hurt me. But it sure enough did scare me because he swung on me and his hand did like, it hit, just not as hard as he wanted it to.
He grazed you.
Yeah.
Swung and missed, or
Swung and
grazed
almost, yeah.
Was it your cheek? Was it your shoulder? Was it somewhere else in your body?
My cheek, and the way I was moving, because I was like trying to get away from him, like my cheek and part of my arm, shoulder area.
Okay.
So Austin grabbed him when he saw him hit me, and he hit Austin in the mouth. And when he hit Austin in the mouth, I turned my head away.
So Austin grabbed him.
Austin grabbed him off of me, and then he hit Austin in the face. And then I turned my head, and then I just kind of heard the gunshot, and I ran back to his house and told Brian to call 911 while screaming.
Okay. Did you see the shooting happen?
It was like, I didn't necessarily see it, because as soon as I saw him hit Austin, I turned away.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I know he has his gun on him. I know he always keeps it on him. It's what it's there for. I'm not a fan of any of that. I don't like.
You're not a big gun person.
No, and I'm not. I don't like violence. You know, I'm okay with the gun in the house. It's okay. You ever to protect me and the family.
Yeah.
I get that's what you were doing, was protecting me and yourself. But I'm okay. So all that matters to me is that I'm okay, my family's okay, my boyfriend's okay. I'm very heartbroken. I don't even know if he's dead or not.
Okay.
And I've kind of been about it. I've tried to sleep in here like 4 different times and I just can't.
Yeah. Where Austin have a gun during all of this? When you guys, was it on his head?
It sits, he's got a open carry. It sits like, when we're in the house, it either sits up on the shelf to where the kids can't reach it.
Yeah.
It's on his lap. I think it was on the shelf when he first broke the window and he grabbed it.
Okay. And does he put it on like a holster, or does he just throw it in his pocket, or does he just, in that situation, did he just keep it in his hand?
I think he might have kept it in his hand, but I wasn't paying attention to that. I just wanted to get away from the drama before I had a panic attack.
Yeah. What about when you guys were outside? I mean, you were right there when when Austin grabbed him off you. Where did he have his gun?
When he grabbed me, it was in his hand. When he grabbed Michael off of me, it was in his hand. And he hit, Michael hit him.
Yeah.
And I turned my head and I heard it, and it was literally like this far away from me. Like, I felt it.
What'd you feel?
Like, would literally feel the air from the gun on me. That's how close I was to it. He freaked me out, and then as soon as Austin shot him, he dropped his gun and he started crying. He was like, "You gotta call 911." So he picked the gun back up, he went and put it on the porch. cousin's best friend.
Are they close right now, or are they obviously
No,
since this relationship
they were literally best friends, have been for years, and I guess I f***ed that up a little bit. It's kind of my fault. And I just wanted my family back.
Yeah.
But they still hated each other.
That's hard.
And it was never gonna get fixed.
Yeah.
And then he knew, I told him, don't show up here, don't cause a bunch of unnecessary drama.
So why don't you guys just stay inside?
I don't know why the guys didn't stay inside. But I left because he was, where I was sitting in the living room, he was like looking through the window and talking directly to me half the time, like I was trying to just drown it out and ignore it. You know, it got really bad and he was yelling and I couldn't ignore it. I wanted to go to my mom's because I was alone at my mom's beside my little son sleeping.
Yeah. Did you take anything with you when you left?
No, I didn't even put shoes on.
Okay.
I have my phone, no shoes.
Was your phone on the couch? I think I had your phone.
That would be amazing.
So what's going to happen is when we search the house, I have a warrant for your phone.
Mm-hmm.
The best chances you get your phone back faster is to cooperate with us. It'll be a lot quicker if I have your passcode.
Okay, 04. Why do you want my phone though?
Any and all the phones that were in the house. Just so
Okay,
we can
that makes sense. I was like, hold on,
No,
who's
no.
my phone?
No, I don't know whose phone belongs to who, and
Right.
to kind of show the relationships and that you guys had a conversation earlier in the day and kind of what
Right.
led up to what happened that night. Do you know Austin's passcode for his phone?
I think.
Okay. I haven't
We
asked.
just got back together
Okay, I haven't
yesterday,
asked him.
so.
Is that what it typically was? It's a 6-digit number.
I have no idea.
Okay.
I've never.
Is this your oldest?
Yeah.
I do the same thing.
The only one I remember.
Yep, that's normal for parents. Do you think you would have been able to get Mike to leave? Calm him down after, sitting there talking to him, or do you think?
Like, he didn't even say anything before he broke the window. Like, he just smashed the window and started screaming. I don't want to be around anything like that. I was yelled at by my dad when I was younger all the time, and I cannot handle yelling.
Yeah. How many times did Mike hit Austin?
I think he only hit him once.
Did it connect, or were they hitting each other's faces?
No, it connect. He hit him. Austin's mouth was all bloody.
Okay.
He definitely hit him right in the mouth. I watched that. But as soon as he hit him, I was like, turn away. I didn't want to see what happened.
Have they fought before? Is Austin a fighter? Mike a fighter? Or Michael?
Yeah.
Why'd Austin bring the gun out in hand like that?
I think because he was threatening them. He was threatening to burn the house down. Threatening to kill Austin.
And I'm just curious, in your, I kind of want your opinion here. Take out the relationships and all of that. Do you think that being shot in this situation was the appropriate action to handle here?
Yeah. Maybe not in the face. But yeah.
Why?
Because he hit me.
Okay.
Guys don't hit females. I don't hit guys.
But now was Michael armed? Does he carry a knife normally? A gun on him?
He does carry knives. Not actually. He has scared the shit out of me with his knives, and I took one of his knives and threw it away because he was scaring me with it. He carries knives. He used to carry a pair of knuckles.
But he didn't have any of those.
I don't know. I wouldn't pay attention.
But But you did, there was no clear, I mean,
No, not in
I mean, you said he punched him, so there was
Yeah.
nothing in his hands, nothing out. So I watched some of the video. It shows a little bit different picture of what happened. I want you to think back. Take a second and think back, because what the accounts of what happened are different than what you're telling me. And right now, the problem is our one chance to talk about this and get this all figured out. And right now, in your benefit, being honest and cooperative, no matter, it is the only thing in your favor right now, is telling me the truth about what happened. Don't even think about Austin, and don't even think about Michael right now. Think about you and your kids right now, and what's best for you and your family. Because there's a lot, and if something was going on with you and Michael before, where you guys are arguing, whatever, doesn't involve the shooting part. I just need to know what happened up until then, because everything's not completely matching up there.
I went to hit him with a bong and I missed.
What?
While we were up at the front, when he grabbed me, I went to
Why do you tell me that?
Because I didn't hit him.
So,
I mean, if I would have connected with him, I would have said something, but I didn't hit him. It hit the ground.
so you were taking your bomb. What kind of bomb? Water bomb?
Yeah.
Big
I was
little,
just, he was
that
like,
size?
I'm about this big. It was in my hand when I walked out. I'm walking and he's going, and I was mad and he's yelling, and he said he was going to burn my kids' house down. It was in my hand.
Pissed you off?
I went to throw it, and I didn't hit him.
Did you throw it or just try to
I
hit
like-
him with it?
One time I went to hit him and I stopped myself and put it back down. And we kept walking, and then I went to hit him again and I put it back down. And the last time I went to it, I just kind of tossed it, because I'm not violent.
No, I don't think so at all.
I'm not a violent person. I never have been. I don't like violence.
Yeah.
But
So did that happen right when you exited? When you went outside? Or as you guys
as
walked?
we
Or
were
what?
walking, he said he was going to burn my kid's house down, and that hit a whole nother level of madness. Because you can break the windows and you can tell me anything you want about me. Please don't bring my kids
Bring your
into
kids
it.
into it.
I have a 1-year-old and a 2-year-old. They didn't do anything. Don't tell me you're going to burn the house down with them inside, because that's where I lost it for a few minutes.
Did you just try to hit him,
I
or
went
did you
to,
did it throw? I didn't know,
first-
did it break somewhere? I didn't see it. That's where.
The first
go on.
time, I went like this, and I was like, and I brought it back down, held it with me.
Yeah.
And he kept yelling and screaming, and I did it again, and I was like, no, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
What was he yelling and screaming?
You're coming home with me, you're mine, you're always gonna be my girlfriend. This and this and this, if you're not coming home with me, I'm gonna kill Austin, I'll burn your house down, you'll have no choice but to come back to me. So I went to grab it again, I went to swing it, and I got right here by him, and I just dropped it. And I didn't want to hit him.
So you just left it somewhere?
I just dropped it, I think it broke.
Okay.
Because I heard it, and then that's when he went to swing on me. And
That was
grabbed
towards
me.
the entrance.
Yeah.
So once as you guys were walking, and then a second time.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I never hit him. That, I did make sure I never hit him. I wanted to scare him.
Yeah.
I wanted him to leave. I didn't hit him. I wanted to. I really wanted to. I'm not gonna lie on everything inside of me. I wanted to, and I couldn't. I tried. And I couldn't bring myself to do it because I'm not a mean person.
What were your positions when you got towards the entrance? Where were you guys standing? Where was he? Where were you?
He's right by this car, and I was over here. And then Austin was maybe over here.
Somewhere back behind you?
Yeah.
What if I drew, let me draw it on a piece of paper. My other pen broke.
Okay, so
Is this the entrance that goes out
Yeah.
to Nettle Road? Okay.
Okay, and then there was
You got to use the whole paper. You got all the space.
right here. There was a car, like right in front of the house.
Okay.
And Austin's house is down here. We walked from Austin's house and I was like, I was probably right here.
Now make if you make him an X for me, so I just remember the difference here. Okay. Okay, so you guys were kind of side by side in front of the
Yeah.
car. You weren't leaned against
After-
over the hood, or he wasn't against the hood. You guys were.
Um,
This is the hood of the car here. You guys are.
At first, after like his hand hit me, I did like throw him a little bit, just to. We did. That's when I said we did like go over the car a little bit,
Yeah.
cause I
During a little scuffle.
get off of me.
Yeah.
And we like went over the car a little bit. I slapped him, not hard, on the shoulder.
Okay.
And then that's when him and Austin did the. I can't get the fucking picture out of my head.
That's normal. So. Video's still not necessarily as.
That's all I remember.
I'll be honest with you.
That's what I'm telling you completely 100% is that's all I remember.
Yeah. The video shows you, Michael walking away from the house. You kind of following him, and he's kind of backing up from you as you're swinging the bong at him. Then he takes off running. You take off following him.
Okay.
When you guys get over,
After the video, does it continue when you're
Yes.
doing it? Okay.
you guys get up against the car. You're swinging on him quite a bit.
I don't remember that.
Not him swinging on you at all.
I don't remember that.
Not him grabbing you. Nothing.
See, I do remember him grabbing me though.
Okay.
I do know when I get.
Was that while you're? I mean, because your arms are like laying
Yeah, that's
at him.
right.
I mean,
yeah, that's
is that when he grabs you?
Yeah, I think so. No,
Okay.
I don't have a good memory. I black out.
Yeah.
A
So
lot when
my
when
concern
I'm-
here is,
I black out.
Yeah.
And I
it's totally
Honestly,
natural.
don't even care about Austin right now.
Here's where you need to worry about you and your
Oh,
kids.
my kids.
Michael's dead.
Oh. I guess.
That's why we need to take a minute and really think about this. That's why right now, like I said, we gotta really take a minute and talk about what happened and focus on getting through this for you. Okay? And right now, like I said, we'll go over this again. I'll give you a second to think about it and process. I know I just told you a lot. Yeah. And that's why I want to know, I really need to know the truth about everything that was said, everything that happened, because this could have been an argument between you and Michael that went too far when Austin came over. That, yeah, if you were, even if you were just punching or hitting him, that I can understand that happened, but the way it looks on the video with what you're telling me is not the same thing, which makes it look like you're lying.
I promise I'm not trying to.
Oh, I know.
I'm trying to think, but I've been so confused all night. I don't even know what 100% happened.
That's why I need
And
the
I
truth
was
here, because
completely sober. I'm completely completely sober. I'm just...
My biggest concern is I don't want this looking like you're covering something up and like this is a murder.
I'm not
So you need to really take a second, think about what happened, and be completely honest with me, because everything I'm asking you, I already pretty much have the answers to. I just need to hear your accounts of it.
I did swing at him. I don't...
Well, let's start over. Let's start over from the beginning.
Okay.
We'll start fresh,
So,
okay?
I left him around, the first time I dropped him off at his house, it was around 10 something. I went and picked up my little brother from Dixie Skateland at 10:15. I got home at 10:30. I ignored him till 11. At 11, he had his grandma bring him to my house.
Who did?
Michael.
So his grandma dropped him off?
I told him not to come to my mom's. He had his grandma drop him off. He walked in, shut the door. We stayed there for like 5 minutes. We got in my car. I said I wanted to go for a drive. We drove to his house, and I asked him if he would leave me alone. I wanted to go home by myself. And it took me like 45 minutes to get him out of my car. Once he got out of my car, I left and went home to my mom's. Laid on the couch, took a shower. He got out of the shower at like 2:15. At 2:15, I texted him and told him I didn't want to be with him. He said he was going to walk over.
Like when he texts you?
Yeah, can you like, on the Snapchat, you know how the messages delete? Can you get those even after they've been deleted?
How do you have them set up?
It was just like in the chat.
Do you have 24-hour save in the chat, or?
I'm not 100% sure. I think he might have saved them.
Okay. I'll get all that information from you too. We'll get all those account
I just
names.
got all of what he said too.
Yeah.
That he was...
Yeah, I'll see if I'm able to get that.
He kept telling me to call him. I said, no, I don't want to call you. I don't want to cry right now. He said, I'm coming over. I said, no, you're not. Don't make things worse. And I blocked him.
But he was texting you, asking all that?
Yeah. So I blocked him on Snapchat, Facebook, Messenger, phone number. I don't think I blocked him on Instagram. And I went to Austin's around 2:30. I got there at 2:30. Brian was already there. Me and Brian hung out until Austin got there, maybe around 2:40.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I'm not good with like internal clock.
That's fine.
But after that's when he came and broke the window.
Did he come right, did he know you were at Austin's? I think earlier you said you told him I'm not going to be there, I'm going to be at Austin's.
Yeah, but I think he saw my car.
Okay.
So he knew my car was there. He came up and broke the window.
You think that was at what time?
It had to be after 3.
Okay.
At least like at 3 or after 3.
Okay.
So I just was getting uneasy.
I understand. So he shows up. Does he yell in first, or does that window break first?
All he hears is the window break. And then he's yelling, what are you doing here? Bitch, come talk to me. We'll burn this house down. You better come outside. Just all of it just yelling. Listen to Brian walk to the door. I have the bomb with me already on the couch. He keeps screaming and yelling. Then he's screaming and yelling at Austin, telling Austin to shoot him. Austin to shoot him, to kill him. Then a few times he said, put the gun down and just fight me. Come get these ones.
What does that mean? Come get these ones?
Come get these ones.
Oh,
Ones.
fight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yelling that. He came back to the window and started yelling at me some more, and that's when I walked outside. I think when I walked outside is when he started walking away. And in that time I was just going to my mom's. I just wanted to go to my mom's. I didn't even realize at first that he was
and I swung it at him. I stopped myself from hitting him, and I don't want to hurt him. I loved him. I may have not have loved him as a boyfriend. I sure as hell did love me as my best friend. So I didn't hit him with it.
So now that we...
I remember letting it go because it almost hit him and I was scared.
Yeah.
So I let it go and I dropped it and it broke. And I think after that, like after I did that, my hand kept going after I dropped it. And I think I hit him then on accident. I'm not 100% sure because everything's not all foggy. And it felt like he hit me. So I hit him. I tried to hit him. I don't hit that hard.
Okay.
I tried, and then I thought I felt him hit me again. And I stopped and I turned around. Turned back and I saw him hit Austin in the face, and I just turned around again. I heard the gunshot and I screamed. Like as soon as I heard, I screamed. I screamed for like 10 minutes. I just screamed. Ran back to the house screaming. I told Brian to call 911. At first I started my car and then I was like, I can't go anywhere. I just watched, I can't go anywhere. Didn't even, my keys probably still in the ignition of my car. Just put it backwards. Got out of my car. Said, Austin, put your gun down on the porch and I'll walk down there with you. He's crying the whole time. Said he got scared. Said he never thought he could do something like that, but as soon as he hit him, he had to.
Why do you think he had to? Why did he just hit him back? Shove him away. Why did he go down there in the first place?
Because I was down there.
Have you ever hit someone?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've
No, and the reason I'm
gotten
asking
in
that
a
is,
few fights.
so if you were to get in a fight with somebody and then someone shot you because you hit somebody, is that...
I mean, if I was not fighting this girl and she just walked up to me and hit me in the face and I had a gun, I'm not gonna lie, I probably wouldn't shoot her because I don't even like to hold guns, because that's not my skill set. I am very clumsy. No,
I get
probably not right for me to even have a gun in my
No, I get
hand.
it.
Probably not even right for me to have a BB gun in my hand.
Tell me about Austin and his gun. It sounds like he's got a gun with him all the time.
He does.
Does he
He's
shoot?
taken
Does he
it to
shoot
the
a lot?
range.
Okay.
He's taken it to the range twice.
Okay. Does he always have it with him?
No.
When he
I
goes
mean,
out?
sometimes when he goes out, if we go out to the park with the kids, he has it open carry on his head. You can see.
Yeah.
Walking out with the kids, he has it.
Why does he have a
work?
CPO?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I didn't know if he was a felon and was
No,
able to get it.
He's
Or...
not a felon. All of
Okay.
his guns are legal. They're all in his name.
Okay.
Open carry, something like that.
Yeah. Open carry, you're allowed to do
I
that.
don't know about gun laws.
Yeah.
But, I mean, honestly, if I had big enough balls to even put a gun in my hand, let alone shoot it, if some girl that was, okay, I mean, if I was a dude and as my kid's mother hit dude, saw him hit her back, I probably would have wanted to shoot him right then. But that's just
An anger thing.
that's my kid's mom.
Yeah. A respect.
Now,
You don't hit a girl.
right, now as soon as he would have hit me, I probably would have done the same thing.
And that's why I just wanted to ask. I just wanted to get a feel for...
I don't like guns.
Yeah.
Like, I like them for the fact of, okay, you have it, so if someone breaks in, you have it to protect me and my kids. If we're out and someone tries to do something, you have it to protect me and my kids. That's what I tell myself, is I don't like guns. There's another reason I don't like guns.
How long have you and Michael been friends?
I met him 3 days after my daughter turned
Did you meet Austin? Did you meet Michael through Austin because they were friends? Okay, and then you guys got really close as well.
He was over at our house every single day.
Oh, so you guys are all just pretty much he's best friends to both of you guys.
Right, we were all
Okay.
best friends, but Austin
Until 2
cheated-
weeks ago.
Austin cheated on me, and his girlfriend hit him in the face.
Who's did?
Michael's
Okay.
girlfriend hit him, so he broke up with her. I broke up with Austin, and we kind of
Got
just
together.
clicked because we were best friends. We knew everything.
That
about
was
each
2
other.
weeks
We
ago.
knew how to be there for each
Okay.
other. Birthday was the day that I left Austin.
Okay. Were you? I mean, you ever feel afraid of Michael? I mean, if he ever put you in a position where you worried that he's gonna hurt
There
you?
was a few times, like, I have a life. I'm only 20. I have friends. I do not like to be up by significant others, but all the time, 24/7, I can't.
Yeah.
Couldn't even do it with Austin. I lived with him. I'd literally go to my mom's every day because I can't.
Yeah.
Well, like, I didn't text back for like 20 minutes. Had his grandma drop him off at my house, freaked out on me when I was at my mom's.
Yeah.
After an hour of me saying, I'm sorry, please stop yelling at me, it was all good. That stuff makes me nervous. I'm not a fan, like I told you earlier, I'm not a fan of yelling.
Yeah. Has he ever hit you, Michael?
No, never hit me.
Has he ever hit Austin?
That I don't know.
Okay. But you've never
Not
seen
when
him?
I've been around,
Not
no.
when- And you've been around, sounds like quite a
He
bit.
has been mad enough. He was in my car. I wanted to go hang out with one of my friends.
Mhm.
And he didn't like her because I'm bisexual. And I sometimes like girls. I don't like this girl. I just want to go hang out with one of my friends.
Yeah.
And he started freaking out, started headbutting my dash in my car.
But never you.
Hitting it, no.
Okay.
Acted like it told me he really wanted to hit me.
But didn't.
No, never hit me.
So you've never, I mean, you were more concerned, so correct me if I'm wrong, you're concerned more with just his behavior, not violence
Not
towards
violence
you.
towards me, just his behavior in general. He has issues. Like,
Sounds like he has some control,
I've seen
maybe.
him freak the fuck out on his grandma. When he was with his ex Savannah, Savannah called me. Me and Savannah have never got along. But she called me and said, Michael's freaking out, I'm scared, I don't want to call the cops on him, but he won't let me leave his house. Can you come get me? Can you come help me out? I drove over there, he's beating on the fucking hood of her car, trying to break her windows, trying to get her out of her car, screaming at her, yelling at her. She just wanted to leave. He wouldn't let her leave. It took me an hour and a half to be able to get him to get off of her car to let her leave, and I had her go to my house. I didn't even like her.
Yeah. Oh, I get it. So,
But I knew that he was making me very uneasy, so I know he had
You were trying to help
his
him.
girlfriend
even
be
worse.
very uneasy.
Absolutely.
So
So when this happened that night, I mean, were you worried when he showed up to your house that,
when he broke the window, I completely almost went into full anxiety attack. Because I'm not used to that, and just the look on his face scared me. I'm not good with violence, not good with yelling, I haven't been my whole life. He scared me. I was scared, that's why I wanted to go to my mom's, because I was scared.
why didn't you wait for him to leave before you went? Or
Because I didn't know if he was leaving or not, and I kind of just tried to stop paying attention to it. I didn't want to hear it because it was making me worse. I couldn't breathe.
I mean, you were not afraid of him enough to where you chased him down
I
trying
had
to hit him.
I had a glass thing in my hand, and I was very mad. He said he was going to burn my kid's house down.
So you weren't in fear of him, you were just more mad at the words he was saying.
At that point, yeah. But then I kind of was afraid myself, because I'm not like that.
Okay.
That's not me. That's not me.
He brought out a bad side of you that you don't
I
want to see.
haven't seen that side of me since I was 10 years old.
Yeah.
I've tried,
Were you?
I used to have really bad anger issues, and that's why I did him.
Try to keep that in.
I'm not a mean person, no.
And I don't think you are at all. I think you were just put in a hard situation tonight. Were you worried, I mean, while you and Michael were, when you were chasing him down the street, and when you guys were fighting in front of that car there at the entrance, were you worried that he was going to kill you? Or were you just...
I was worried that he was going to hurt me, not that he was going to... I'm not
It's just a
afraid
question.
of death.
Okay.
I'm never worried that anyone is going to kill me because I know at some point in my life I'm going to die, and I know that has a set time. My heart is an internal clock, and it's going to stop when it wants.
Well, I want to focus on his actions. Was he doing anything that made you feel like you were going to be
The way
killed?
he was looking at me, like he had this look in his head, he kept like right on his lip doing this, like his hands were going, and I just tunnel vision.
Were you injured at all?
My leg hurt a little bit, but I already have a bad knee.
From what?
I used to play football.
No, for what it hurt from his leg.
I think it popped out of place. I think when we went over the car.
Okay.
It just popped out.
But it wasn't
Right back
anything
in
from
place.
when you said
No.
he swung and it hit your cheek. You're
No,
not injured
that-
from that. Okay.
I've gotten hit in the face.
So none of what, other than his look, he wasn't doing anything that was. Because I'll be honest.
Other when he went to hit me.
But you didn't
No.
think the hit was going to
But
kill you.
I didn't know.
Okay.
No.
Okay. How was Michael and Austin's relationship been lately? They've been talking at all? Not been arguing back and forth? They haven't threatened to fight each other? At all? I mean,
They blocked each other.
was there anything pre the block? Because, I mean, I'm going to put you in my shoes. If my girlfriend that I've got 2 kids with breaks up with me for my best friend, something's going to be said between me and my best friend.
They didn't get in a fight. I didn't let them even get close enough to talk because I knew they would have fought. So I never let them get close enough after I.
How bad did Austin want to fight you?
Didn't really want to fight him. He just wanted to know why.
You think it would have ended in a fight? Is that what you're saying?
Michael wanted to fight him
Why?
because Austin cheated on me.
Okay. More protective of you.
Yeah.
Okay. So it sounds like Michael cares a lot about you.
Yeah.
So and that's,
Best friend.
he's never, in a situation, like you said, you were dating for 2 weeks, best friends for 2 years, never been violent towards you, never.
No, there has been a few times he scared me. It wasn't towards
Not
me,
killed
but
you,
it
scared
was,
you, though.
no.
Okay. All right.
Hurt somebody else, scared me, but not me.
Yeah. I know this is a hard situation, and it sucks that you got to be going through this right now. I know this is hard. I'm trying to make this as easy on you as possible. I just want to make sure we get the full truth out of this. Yeah. Where are they at right now? They're in Southgate. Who's is that at Austin's mom's house? Okay. Is there anything else you think I need to know about this that went on? I mean, does Michael keep that, or I'm sorry, does Austin keep that gun loaded, or did he have to go load it before, or when Michael got there?
He keeps, when he has it on the counter, he keeps his clip right next to his gun.
Okay.
So all I have to do is put the clip in.
Did he have to do that, or was it already in at this time?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I wasn't.
You weren't paying attention.
No, that's not something I normally pay attention to.
Okay.
I think I'd have to.
Is there anything else you think I need to know about what happened last night? Any facts that might help me just paint the picture of what really happened here? Anything you can think of. Like I said, I just want you to be honest with me right now. You really got to look out for yourself, your kids, and the truth only is going to help Michael, and it's only going to help Austin right now.
Let's see. I don't think there's anything else.
Okay. Will you give me consent to go through your phone?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to grab a piece of paper that just signed, that'll say consent to search your
Now I have
phone.
a question.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna be here.
No. I don't want to lie to you, so I don't want to give you a number. I don't know how long. Okay. I will try to find out.
I'm
I'm
going
gonna,
to jail, right?
Let me find all that stuff out right now. I'm gonna go
all
up.
day that oh man, I wasn't going to jail.
Well, like I
They brought
said-
me in here and I was sitting in
Yeah,
jail
well,
for
that's why I said
hours.
right now, that's why I had you, I wanted to read your rights, because right now you're not free to leave. You are in
Right.
custody right now, as we're trying to figure out what is
What's
going
going
on.
on?
Like I said, because there's
That's
just, there's a lot of moving pieces right now.
Despite Austin claiming his motive for the shooting was self-defense, officers didn't believe his actions met the standard. They obtained a warrant to search his phone and discovered several videos saved on Snapchat. The first video, taken on May 4th, several days before the shooting, showed Austin delivering a monologue, expressing violent thoughts towards Michael for being involved with his ex-partner. Further evidence came from a nearby security camera that captured the incident. The footage showed both Riley and Austin as aggressors towards Michael. Riley was seen trying to hit Michael in the face with a bong, while Austin, after a brief scuffle, quickly pulled out a gun and shot Michael. The officers noted that Austin's demeanor in the video indicated no signs of panic or anxiety after pulling the trigger. Based on the evidence, Austin Green Jordan was charged with open murder and felony firearm. Riley Young was charged with felonious assault and 1 count of domestic violence. Riley pleaded no contest and was sentenced to 1 year in the Monroe County Jail and 3 years of probation. On February 24, 2023, Austin Green Jordan pleaded guilty to second-degree murder and was sentenced to a minimum of 30 years in prison. Michael Allen Tripp was only 26 years old when he passed away. His aunt reflected on his sensitive nature, saying, "He felt everything to the depths of him. It didn't matter what it was, he felt it. He craved the love for somebody. He craved happiness."